Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. And today I have footage of Immortals of Aveum on the Xbox Series X and S, the performance delta between the consoles. And I gotta say to you guys, it's going to surprise you. We also have footage of an RTX 4090 running this game maxed out. Now, before I get into all of that, I want to address yesterday's video. I released a video yesterday talking about the UK situation with Microsoft and the Activision acquisition. Now, Microsoft submitted a new proposal to the CMA, and I was just a little bit confused on some of the details, and to be honest, a lot of people got it wrong. Now, today I want to clear up some of the information that I shared with you guys yesterday. Now, I was under the impression that this was only going to be effective in the UK, and I was wrong on that. This is actually worldwide. So all of the games that are acquired through the Activision acquisition from Microsoft that they want to put into the cloud, Ubisoft will be handling these games worldwide, not just in the UK. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I think that's too much for Microsoft to give up. Now, the UK only speaks for the UK. They do not speak for the rest of the world. The rest of the world has accepted the terms of this deal. So why are we now handing off these games to Ubisoft to handle in the rest of the world when only UK is the problem? Right now, if I was Microsoft, I would just close over the UK, because this is just ridiculous. The UK shouldn't be dictating what Microsoft does in the rest of the world. Now, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but I'm gonna assume that this is what the CMA wanted Microsoft to do. Now, these are only the games that Microsoft is acquiring through Activision. So for the rest of the games, everything will remain the same. However, these Activision games, they will now be on Ubisoft Plus. They will also go on other platforms. Ubisoft will handle the licensing for it. Now, Microsoft will still be able to have these games on their Game Pass service. They just won't be able to have these games exclusively. And I gotta say, once again, I think Microsoft is giving up too much in this situation. So we'll probably get into this another day as we get closer to this deal finalizing. I want to concentrate now on Immortals of Aveum. I just wanted to clear up some of that misinformation from yesterday's video. I saw all of your guys' comments down below, so I get it. I was wrong in it. I apologize. Now, today's Xbox Series X and S footage of Immortals of Aveum is coming from Gamertech. Now, he runs a channel that just looks at the technology. Now, he does a lot of comparisons on the Series X, the Series S, and PlayStation 5, and I gotta say, he does great work and is definitely unbiased. So, of course, I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. And I wanna say a special thanks to him for providing today's footage running on the Xbox Series X and S. This game was on my radar. I was excited for this game at first. Then I saw some gameplay and I got turned off from it. I just didn't like all of the magic coming out of the hands. Then the game got released and it started getting, some positive reviews from gamers. So I said, you know what, maybe this is worth a try. And I gotta be honest, I'm glad that I tried the game. Now, in a nutshell, the game is pretty much a shooter and your hands are the guns. That's pretty much the game in a nutshell. Now, of course, it's much deeper than that. I'm just talking about the gameplay experience. It plays exactly like a first-person shooter. Now, let's go over the specs that are recommended for the PC. Now, for 1080p 60 FPS, a mixture between low and medium, they recommend a 5700 XT or an RTX 2080 Super with a Ryzen 7 3700X or an Intel iCore i7 9700. Now, I gotta say right now, that pretty much is the console specifications. If you look at the Xbox Series X GPU, it pretty much is an RTX 2080 Super. So on the Xbox Series X, we can look at an upscaled image, basically 1080p 60 FPS. And I can report today that's exactly what we're getting on the next generation consoles. Now, I think they might be upscaling it further, but I think they're starting from a 1080p resolution. Now, on the Xbox Series X, it looks decent. It's not really mind-blowing, and I gotta be honest with you guys, that is because of the hardware. Now, the Series S is a blurry mess, and both of these systems are not consistently reaching 60 FPS. On the Series S, you have drops down to the mid 40s, to the low 40s. So you're not getting optimal performance. And once again, I have to reiterate, I've said this before, Unreal Engine 5 games are going to be demanding on the next generation consoles. Now, once again, I have to thank Gaming Tech for this info because I just didn't have the time to test this on the Series X and the Series S. I was busy playing it on an RTX 4090. Now, I'm going to share my experiences on the PC. Now, first, the shader compilations, they happen pretty quickly. I thought I was going to be waiting maybe a minute. It happened in about 20 seconds. So that was pretty good. I didn't really have too many stutters. I did have a few here and there, but for the most part, it was a smooth experience. Now, when I ran it at a native 4K resolution with everything turned to the max, I got about 60 FPS. Sometimes it would go over 60 FPS, but it wasn't constantly holding 60 FPS. I had a lot of drops into the low 50s, and I gotta say, that's very disappointing when I have an RTX 4090. Fortunately, I have DLSS 2, I applied that, and I was getting anywhere between 70 to 100 FPS. Now, when I turned on frame generation of DLSS 3, I got 115 to 130 FPS, which is crazy high for such a demanding game. However, I did experience a lot of artifacts from DLSS 3, so I turned it off. Now, once again, I'm running an RTX 4090. I'm using DLSS 2. I'm getting 70 to 100 FPS. So please don't tell me that the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 are going to run this game at 4K or even 1440p. They're not. They're going to be running these games at 1080p upscaled, and hopefully we get a stable 60 FPS off of most of these games. Now, some games, they're going to run at 30 FPS, and that's why I've stated that both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X need a mid-gen refresh. Now, the information that we have right now is that the PlayStation 5 is indeed going to bring out one in 2024. And I've said in previous videos that Microsoft could respond and bring one out in 2025, and I do believe they will. And once we start to see a lot more Unreal Engine 5 games, and we see them struggling on these generation of consoles that are out right now, I think that gamers' stance is going to change on this, and they're going to want a mid-generation refresh. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to give you guys a breakdown. I'm going to leave you with footage of this game running on the PC. This is the first act of the game, so not too many spoilers in it. We're running it with DLSS 2 on. Everything is maxed out. This is on an RTX 4090 with a Ryzen 7900X CPU. Now, I hope you guys like this type of content. If you do, hit the like button, share this out, enjoy the rest of this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
I don't know what to do.
It's shock. Don't let it in.
How are you already a soldier?
I'm just acting like I figure they act.
Jack! Luna!
Come on! We can make it!
Jack! Get down! You aren't done here, asshole!
What are you doing?
Just run, Jack. It's okay.
No! Don't! Luna. What's happening? How am I doing this?
They have names for what you are. An unforeseen. A candle of Shaled. A child of the rivers.
Lucky.
In this case, yes. The next time it happens, it might kill you. We're driving the Rasharnians back from Saren. But you aren't safe here anymore. They'll hunt you down. You'll need help.
Jack.
You'll need help, Jack. I'm Grand Magnus Kirkin of the Order of Immortals, Field Marshal to the Light's Army.
You can add late to all that. Fine. I know who you are. Seen the posters. Join the fight.
So, Jack, are you going to?
Now, that looked incredible. Like, that's incredible. Unreal Engine
The power
5 is the
inside
real
you.
deal.
It comes from the ley lines. All magic in this world does. And those of us lucky enough to be able to catch that magic can make it do almost anything we want.
Okay, back up. This world?
That's right. There's another under this one. The Shrouded Realm. That's where magic starts. Where the ley lines pour out from. Look at them, Jack. Try to see the web they make.
Do I have to close my eyes or something?
No. No, not at all. Just look at that ley line there, and then let yourself see through it.
Whoa. They're everywhere.
Yes. They cover Aveum like a net, bathing it in magic. This is why we fight in the Everwar. Politics, land, ideologies, all of that is secondary to the control of magic.
Who's we?
The Magni orders. The armies those orders command. Now that the other kingdoms are either lost or scattered, only Lucium remains to resist the tyrant of Rasharn.
Sandrak.
More and more, he drives our forces into the wind itself, casting them down into that bottomless hole, under the watching judgment of the Pentasod. If it approves or not, it's never bothered to tell us. We're almost out of time, Jack. Sandrak attacks us from all sides, and there is no place left to run.
I know what you're about to say, but I'm not a soldier.
I'll fix that.
shit.
You've never seen the Pentaside up close.
You saw how I lived under a giant bridge.
A giant bridge, sir. Use it.
This is a fantastic
What
looking
Rashawn
game.
did to your home in Saren, they've been doing everywhere. Sandrak's forces are relentless now that Kalthus has fallen. This was all a sanctuary settlement of refugees fleeing the front lines before it became just another battlefield.
Even the
It's
rain
as
on
good
her
a place as
face,
any to continue your training.
streaking down her
This
face.
place is empty. Sandrak
The rain on the
massacred
materials.
Your sigils will help
Look
you
at the
focus your
textures
magic.
and
Make it
facial
accurate.
animation.
Keep it level. Prevent it from killing you.
The texture detail on his
Sigils mark
hands.
you as a battle mage
These are
of
all
the Shield
nanites
and
at
the
work
Light's
here.
Army.
That's why we can have such detail
Yes.
like this.
Now, get ready to fight, Magnus.
Fight what, sir?
Battlefields have memories, Jack. I'll wake them for you.
And the performance is pretty good. RTX 4090. We're running DLSS quality.
Again,
And one of my observations is that it plays like a shooter, which is actually really surprising to me. I was not expecting it to play like a shooter. And that changes everything for me. Oops, my bad.
good.
So you're basically, your hand is a gun. I think that's the best way to talk about it, or describe it, I mean.
This way.
Plays like a shooter, and the magic is your gun and your bullets, whatever.
You weren't
Look at the
entirely without
attention to
magic when we
detail.
met. Innately, you knew how to defend yourself with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
buddy.
just knew
Unreal
that
Engine
weird
5 is
bug
the real
off the
deal.
Underside of a bridge.
And these are
We
the
all
early
start
days.
somewhere. Right now, you need to learn how
So
to
just,
defend yourself better.
Just
At range.
imagine the games that are coming out later on this year or next year. They're going to be much more polished than this.
Go to that spell altar there. It will teach you how to summon a shield.
And you need a beefy system to run this game, because on an RTX 4090 and I'm using DLSS quality to get 80, 90, 100 FPS.
Take it easy, conscript. You're still vincible.
Frame generation
Now let's see what
introduces
you
a lot of artifacts, so I'm not using that. I did try it. This plays really good, guys. That button, I guess not. Guess it's just go. Yeah, I'm really digging the way it plays. Okay, that's it. It's just a quick run through today,
That
just to
altar
see
there
the
holds the
performance.
first red spell
I don't want to
and
ruin the
sigils
game
of
for you guys, and I'm like
Take
talking
them
over parts here where she's giving us instructions. So we're just looking at the environment. Everything is detailed. We're not seeing any type of pop-in. Everything is just there. The entire world is there. If we go back over here, nothing pops in. Everything is just detailed. And that's thanks to the nanites. And the lighting is thanks to Lumen. We're getting the full Unreal Engine 5 experience here. And I'm really excited that these games are starting to come. And if you guys want to see more content about this, you want to hear more about Unreal Engine 5, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.